I know what you're thinking. This is the old intro, but I kinda like it, and we've been so busy we haven't been able to make a new intro, so bear with us and enjoy.
You're leaving me. I'll be sad.
I'd like to say it's nothing personal, but it is. I'm only kidding.
I know.
Just a little bit personal.
That's alright.
This is Bill, everyone. He's been like a father to Margarida and I. We've been staying at his house. 30 seconds on a dock, we said hello, and then we spent, I don't know, more than 2 months with it.
Yeah.
He had to put up with us. He drove us round. He did everything with us. He was great. He gave me good fatherly advice. Good on you, Bill. Incidentally, Bill, in his monster machine here, is touring the Bahamas. He's looking for a +1 female. So anyone want to contact me, I'll send you details to.
Well, and look at it this way: if I have a good, recommendation from Peter, how could you go wrong?
That's right. Nothing. But actually, Bill's not dodgy at all. He's good. He does things properly. All right, good on you, Bill. He's here to guide us out of the channel. So thanks very much, Bill. Thank you for all your help.
I miss you guys already.
Yeah. Well, we've got the crew assembled. Here's all my fans out of the entire United States. Some people just walked in off the street because, I don't know.
Free food.
Anyway, yeah, free food.
Where is the free food?
Wayne, Dwayne, Bill, Timbo's coming with us, Timbo's family. Thanks for seeing us off. Time to go.
I miss you.
Are we ready?
Best of luck.
Not particularly. Margarita, are we ready?
Yeah, we're more than ready.
Well, if you change more to not, yes. All right, let's go.
And we are leaving. And here's the captain. Bill is following us in the back. Bye!
There we go.
That's Dwayne. That's been following us. Bill is behind you.
He's right behind us. Yeah.
Here we go, starting the trip with Tim, the davit man.
Timbo.
It is ready to put the sails on.
Well, still rigging the boat. Sun's going down on our first day. We just got out of Tampa Bay. It was going well, and now the wind's down to 5 knots, maybe a bit less. Margarita's steering. As you can see, she's hard at it. Yeah, alright, well we're just gently sailing. We've got a high in the middle of the Gulf. We're going to try and skirt around that so we don't go through the middle, otherwise we'll get no wind. So it's a 4 or 5 day trip with this 5 or 10 knot breeze, so we'll see how we go. So we're going to parallel the coast and head close to the dry Tortugas because there's always more wind down there.
Yeah.
You want more ass?
Come on, you perv.
There you go. Nothing but quality on my blog. It would have to happen when we've got a complete fridge full of food. Yes, you heard it. Plucky has a fridge. Why do I have a fridge?
Because of my beer.
Because Tim made all of this, and we have to reward him somehow.
I would not be on the boat
That's right.
unless there was beer in my fridge.
That's right. But when he leaves, it's going to be decommissioned. So, Boo Boo, if you're listening, no fridge. All right, let's have a look. Shit, let's not lose it now. Margarita, can you film?
Yeah. Wait, Tim, wait.
Oh, bugger, it's a barracuda. These are terrible eating. So we're not having this one, and we'll let it go.
You got it.
Go fishy.
We've got to work out if we can get on the boat because we haven't tested that. I don't think we can. So I'm the guinea pig and Tim will just hoist me up with a bird.
Margarida?
Yeah, let's go.
Wow, it's blue.
I cannot see much from here, just see your hand.
Oh, I agree. It's not much to look at. It's a bit harsh coming from you. Tricky. It's one dodgy ladder. No wind, day 2, Gulf of Mexico. We didn't choose this for the weather window, we chose it because we're going to get kicked out of the country and we got out the day we were supposed to get out. Bloody oily, we sailed for, I don't know, 4 hours out of 24. It's pretty dismal, but we chose to still go because it would have been difficult to get out, get visas and come back, and we might not have been able to get back. So we're making a run to Mexico as fast as we can. There was no tropical disturbances we saw. It was all pretty calm. It's only going to be 10 knots maximum. It's a bit frustrating, but here we have. That's what we got. That's something you don't see often. Where does the sky end and where does the sea start? There's Cuba over there. But how good is that? It just sort of blends in. This is our dodgy shade. I'm going to try and improve it today, but certainly not by much. It's bloody hot. Incidentally, this shade cloth here cost us $37 on Amazon. Pre-cut, I think it's 12 by 4 foot. That's what we're going to use for the next 6 months. Well, until it falls apart on us. Doesn't completely block out the sun, you still get burnt. You will get wet under here when it rains, which it has done, but we don't care. It gets most of the sun off us, and that's the killer at the moment. I found this old bag in the boat. Didn't seem to have a purpose. There's no zip, so I'm going to cut it up and drape it over the davits because we need shade. The sun is murderous in the Gulf of Mexico, especially with no breeze whatsoever. And then I'm going to gaffer tape it to the davits. Yep, that's our bimini. Now I got to get rid of the dodgy sarong we put up because it's not working properly. Nothing but quality. Don't even need gaffer tape. Well, when the wind gets beyond 3 knots, maybe I will. Well, we've got a little bit of breeze at the moment. It's only, we had a passing squall and this is just the leftover and it's just getting sucked up into it. It's going to die. I reckon it's only about 3 or 4 knots and most of it's coming from us motoring. So, and we still haven't got our forecast working yet. So we need to get to Mexico as fast as possible just in case there's something building, you know, in Honduras or Colombia. Now to measure how much fuel we've used. Basically, there's no fuel gauge, there's no water gauge, there's no any gauge, and even if there was, it'd probably be broken. So I'm opening up the fuel breather hose and I'm putting in a piece of wire and I'm seeing how low the fuel is. Pretty dodgy, but there you have it. Then I'll take some measurements and then I'm going to linearly interpolate between the upper rectangle and the lower rectangle since it's a trapezoidal prism. It's very easy, sounds difficult, but it's not too hard at all. This is day 3 and it's a mill pond. We've done 4 hours sailing in 60 hours. We've got 2 knots of breeze. As you can see, it's pretty glassy. Unbelievable. we had a bit of a scare just before, just doing the calculations on the fuel. I think this motor is using more than my diesel on, my diesel's on Longreef. It's the same motor, except this has got freshwater cooling on it. That shouldn't make a difference, but so we've used up a bit more fuel than I expected, but we need to get some wind. I think we've got enough, but I'm relying on the previous owner's word that the tank is 170 litres. I did a quick calculation. I reckon it's somewhere around 155. I was a bit conservative, but I don't know the actual inner dimensions, so it's going to be cutting it tight. I was expecting to sail some of this, but it's not wise to be stuck in the Gulf of Mexico at this time of year, just dilly-dallying around. So we should actually try and get somewhere so we can, well, at least be a little bit safer. Anyway, we've got a weather report from some joker out there on a tanker, so that was good. Shouldn't say some joker, good on you mate, it was good. No one else was answering. We must have called about 10 of them, but no one was answering. We tried Portuguese, we tried Spanish, we tried English, no one wanted to talk to us, but an American guy did. So we got a good 3 days left. There's a disturbance down near Panama, and that's probably going to move north, so yeah, so we shouldn't dilly-dally, I reckon. What do you reckon the trip so far, Margarida? A bit boring? I'm not allowed to film her because she looks ugly. Yeah.
I haven't washed my hair
So?
in so many days.
I haven't washed my hair in 19 years.
Let's go! Hold on. Okay, go ahead.
Okay, go! I'd like to point out that I did fuck all. I did clean my hands and I dropped a couple of tools down the bilge. I was very helpful.
Go ahead. Go ahead.
It's a release. Well, it's just past 3 AM in the morning. We've just been working on the motor. Our second rake core has failed. It's getting low in the tank, the fuel, so it's swishing around. So we just looked at the packets too. They sold us the wrong ones. It's a finer filter, so they're blocking up quicker. So the only thing I can think of at the moment is we decant all the remaining fuel from the fuel tank and pass it through paper towels and put it in empty jerry cans, put the jerry cans up here and run the lines and bypass the rake cores, or use that rake core until it stuffs up and then just bypass it entirely, and at least we can get in. We've got forecasts is okay for the next day or two, but apparently there's something coming up from Honduras, so at the moment it's 36 knots and 4 metre seas, which isn't, you know, terrible, but it's supposed to get worse. And the lady on watch spoke in very broken English, so it was very difficult to understand, but I think we've got the next day at least. At the moment the wind's out of the east, so it is blowing us to Mexico. The trouble is it's so light we don't make any headway, because as soon as we pass halfway and we're right on the halfway mark, the current's going to go up. So if we're making only 1 knot, we're going to have 4 or 5 knots going north, and we'll get blown right around the Yucatan Peninsula, which we don't want to do. So I'm making as much south as possible, getting my apparent wind up, getting as much south. Hopefully it's going to turn south. That was what we heard from broken English from the lady. And then when it goes south, then I'll bring it round, and with the current we'll be hooning, but we've got to make sure we get enough south. It's not actually that good at the moment, where things are going wrong left, right and centre.